lessons complete to discuss the lesson. So I forgot to put this in. We are working from our Reiki Manual. We are on the second chapter. We're going to go through the chapter and then I'm going to go into my little rant to put everything together for you guys. And then the recording will be over and you guys will come right back to me for homework and all that. Okay, here we go. Hold on 1 second. My daughter's still. Okay, my beautiful people, so welcome. Here we go. We're going to get right into it. What is Reiki? As we established yesterday in day one, Rei, R-E-I, is known as universal, and Ki is the life force. The word Ki is Japanese. This is a Japanese word meaning universal life force. And in the Western system, some of us will call it the ether, or the Holy Spirit, or the Hru, El Espíritu Santo, the Chi, things of that nature. So Reiki, but what is Reiki? And we learned that in chapter 1 that Reiki has been created to harness this unseen energy, right? That encompasses all living things. So this is how they were able to form and start this practice. Here we go with a quote. In the deeper reality beyond space and time, we may be all members of one body. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Osmosis Jones or Inside Out or movies like that that encompass that we're just like little characters inside of a human body, a big old body. So that's a kind of cool saying, but we're going to go into this and just seeing beyond space and time, right? Reiki is a form of hands-on healing with its origins in India and the East, dating back many thousands of years to the time before Christ and Buddha. The original name, disciplines, and techniques of Reiki were lost due to the traditional method of passing down knowledge from generation to generation, which was by word of mouth. You know what happens when we play a telephone game, and let's try to do this telephone game through generations, right? We've gotten worse throughout time doing this, but I believe that there was a time that people were very good at passing information by mouth. You know what I'm saying? There was no room for slip-ups. I know there was a time for that where everything you said mattered. You said this, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know about writing and stuff like that, right? So there was a time that words matter, right? Whatever words those were. Exactly when this ancient art of healing disappeared is difficult to determine. However, we do know that it was rediscovered by Japanese scholar and monk named Dr. Mikao Usui. It was, in fact, Dr. Mikao Usui who fashioned the name Reiki. And this is the symbol for Reiki. We'll get into more of the symbols as we progress, my beautiful people, especially this symbol. But yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now. Reiki is a two-syllable Japanese word meaning universal life force. Although the proper Japanese pronunciation is Reiki, which has been westernized to Reiki, Rei means universal, omnipresent, present everywhere at the same time. Esoterically, gang, Ray means spiritual consciousness, the omniscient wisdom from God or the higher self. So I need you to remember this. Reiki, this is a very important component to Reiki, and it's in its name. It means omnipresent, present everywhere at the same time, right? So in a sense, I'm not sending Reiki to you. We're connecting and we're creating our field better, wider, to give both of us more access to the Reiki energy than what we had before. But I'm not sitting here like, I'm just going to direct all the Reiki energy to you, because it's everywhere. It's always there at all times. It's always been there. It's been within us, our trillions of cells from the time that we were born. Remember that, right? We spoke about that. So ki is the non-physical vitality that gives life to all living things. Many cultures understand and recognize the importance of ki energy and how it impacts our lives and our well-being. Ki energy can be activated for the purpose of healing. When you feel healthy and full of enthusiasm, the flow of ki energy in your body is high and unencumbered. Life seems to be easier to deal with, and you have a higher resistance to illness and disease when this ki energy is flowing. That's why a lot of people believe in feng shui. Feng shui, the way that where you got your bed placed in your home, where you have your furniture, where you have how you have your spaces set up, and the flow of energy that's distributed throughout the spaces is important. Do you have a bunch of stuff sitting at your front door? You open your front door and there's just a bunch of stuff there. Well, it's the flow of energy in your space, a good flow if you have stuff right in the entrance, if the entrance of your door is dirty, if your bathroom is not cleaned, you know what I'm saying? That's connected to a different life force energy where supply and waste come in, you know what I'm saying? And cleanliness come in as well too, right? For the self-care. So how clean is this place that you do this? So everything from micro to macro, everything is a reflection of everything from the smallest cell down to the largest star. You know what I mean? So we're becoming aware of these things. We learned about our hands yesterday and about water. And our hands, we do a lot of things with our hands, and water makes up about 70 to 80% of our bodies, right? Depending on our pH levels and the type of water that we're drinking. So, however, when your ki energy is low, because you may be under stress or feeling unhappy and tired, you'll be more susceptible for disease and sickness. Your attitude will be generally negative, and you will find it difficult to deal with life's challenges. Ki is the very essence of the soul. It leaves the body when the soul dies. Reiki is holistic. It works on the body, mind, and spirit by stimulating a person's own natural healing abilities. The blocked emotional and physical elements that lead to illness and disease are cleared, just like you will clear the mess in front of your front door. You know what I'm saying? Just like you will clean up your bathroom or your kitchen or your bedroom, because all of these hold, your bedroom is connected to the sacred chakra. You know what I'm saying? This is sacred space. You just don't bring anybody into your bedroom, right? You don't meet a stranger in the street and be like, hey, you want to come over my house? They come in the living room. Come in, forget the living room. Let's just hang out in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? No, well, people that you don't know that well, you kind of keep them in the living room, right? Or in the porch, or away from your house, maybe. Right? So this is the way that we can view energy. Energy is all around us at all times, right? Different vibrational states of this energy as well that can be viewed as negative and positive. So Reiki is neither positive or negative. It is in fact the highest, most profound vibration of life, divine in origin, and it allows us to become one with all living things alive in our world. Reiki is the pure unconditional love and joy, bringing all who experience and embrace it principles together in harmony. Remember, guys, when we talk about Reiki, what are we talking about? We're not talking about what Dr. Usui coined or fashioned. This is just a guy that said, hey, I'm going to call that this. And everybody's like, that's a cool name. Let's call it that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what it is. In essence, it's more than that, right? It's what us humans define and what we can conjure up with words to say this is what it's called. And many different societies have different names for it. So it's not a universal name for it, but we know the energy universally. Ooh, you see that, right? Everybody knows the energy universally. So when I say chi, a Japanese person says ki to a Chinese person that says chi, they're talking about the same thing, even though they're using different words, they understand they're talking about the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Dr. Usui is the founder of Reiki, but he just is leading us to something that is more older than even he is. You know what I'm saying? And it's God, right? And the presence of God that's omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. Who's that? What have we heard that? You know what I'm saying? And this is stemming thousands of years. So I like level one is all about removing the ego and from intuition. And we easily guided through our intuition by God. And the ego can sometimes deter us from our intuition by racing thoughts of doubt and fear and insecurity and stuff that vibrate in that nature, right? So the skills and techniques associated with Reiki are simple and easy to learn. Small children and adults can easily comprehend and incorporate this ancient form of healing into their lives. Regular contact with Reiki will bring the recipient's mind, body, and spirit into balance. It will also help prevent future creation of illness and disease. But remember that now that we are practitioners and we know we are working with our principles. So we're not just out here just, we're observing the self and we're correcting some things that may be taken away from our life force energy and our access to it, right? Like smoking or not getting enough rest or negative habits or, watching pornography or breathing inadequately, things in that nature. You got to get your time out throughout the day to do your breathing exercises, right? To get your rest, because rest and sleep are two different things. But one of our principles states that we should get rest and we should get sleep. So there is a time for rest, there's a time for sleep. There's a time for rest in the sense of meditation, in the sense of working with affirmations, in the sense of doing breath work, visualization, tending to the self, connecting to nature, the harmony and the rhythm of life, because that's what connects us to God's energy, right? That's always here, because we could be here and we're not here. You know what I'm saying? And then we're like, oh shit, did that just happen? What happened? You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot can be happening, we cannot be aware of it, right? So this is presence, this energy that's always with us, that's keeping us alive as well, connected, living, breathing. Reiki is the greatest secret in science, in the science of energetic. Madame Takata. You will learn who Madame Takata is in a couple of days, but now I'm gonna get into my little spew, right? So boom, first thing I want to show you is called a torus. Oh, you guys can see this, right? Okay, first thing I want to show you is called the torus field. Electromagnetic. Things that are electromagnetic create this torus field. Us humans aren't only privileged to have it in electromagnetic torus field. A magnet in itself has a torus field, just like this. You just place a magnet in the middle of this, and the magnet in itself will create a torus field. There's many things that create torus fields, right? Living things create torus fields. Trees have torus fields. Electromagnetism, we're talking about electricity and magnetism, right? These are things that are happening naturally within our body. Our body has electricity running through it, about I think 9 volts, something like that, a little bit less than that. I gotta look into the correct, I kind of forgot the exact voltage, but it's less than the battery, less than what it takes to power a battery. We have a magnetic field as well, right? EKG, when it comes from our heart too. And like I said, we are from micro to macro, right? So since we have an electromagnetic field, the earth as well has an electromagnetic field. What I just showed you is called a torus field. There's going to be differences to the fields that I'm showing you. Some people are, everybody has the ability to be able to see these fields, but throughout the poisoning that I told you guys yesterday, the poison that's in our water, you know, the pH of our water, the processed foods that we eat, the stuff that we watch, these things throw us off, right? And kind of blind us and put a veil on our eyes. And some people have access and can see the auroric field on people and their Taurus field energy, how it's impacted and stuff like that, right? Others can't. But you have the ability to do this through time and practice. There's a difference between the Taurus field and your aura field. The earth has what is called the Schumann resonance. All right, these are the terms that I want you guys to become acquainted to, because I'm going to be talking a lot using these terms. So the Schumann resonance is the earth's heartbeat. The Schumann resonance, you can literally go on the internet, on Google, and put in the search bar the Schumann resonance, and you can go to nasa.gov, and they give us a real time of the Schumann resonance. And we could go to other sources as well that give us real-time Schumann resonance images. Where's the live one? Well, I'm not gonna get stuck on that, but that's the Earth's magnetic field. If you've been watching my videos, I got into a flat Earth theory, and basically what my conclusion was for the flat Earth theory is that I'm not gonna say what shape. It's like, what shape is a human being? What shape is a living thing, right? One thing that I can tell you is that the earth is alive, and we're not talking about that. They're making us think that the earth is some kind of like rock. But my conclusion, the shape of the earth don't matter. What matters is that the earth is alive. It has veins, it has a heartbeat, it has blood, it poops, it cries, it does everything we do, but in a different way. It procreates, it creates life, it has organisms living off of it like we do. Like, it's just like, it's wild to me that we don't view Earth as a living thing, and most of us just view it as a rock hurling through space at 666,000 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? So that's my conclusion when it comes to Earth, right? So if we're living on a living thing, right? So I don't know if you guys heard, right, that our bodies are made up of many different types of parasites and different cells that aren't even part of our DNA, that aren't part of us, and they feed off of us. They have an ecosystem based off of us. You know what I'm saying? All of us have this. Talk about trillions and trillions of cells. I don't know if you guys watch South Park, but South Park has this episode where Kyle, I think it's Kyle, he learns about the episodes about human feces and how people are taking were taking human baby poop, and they were taking the baby poop and eating it and putting it in their butts as well, like syringing it up of their butts, because like a baby's ecosystem is so healthy that people were having, this is just in a cartoon, guys, okay? So don't go shoot baby poop up your poop, okay? Like, please. This is just for as an analogy, right? So they take the baby poop and it just made the people healthier, right? After inserting the baby poop because of the ecosystem. So Kyle, he becomes sentient because he learns about all of this, and his teacher tells him, yeah, you have trillions of cells and organisms living off of your body. So they highlight all of the cells and organisms in his body, and he just becomes, he has a harmonious relationship with them, right? So he becomes a sentient being. So he's like, he can see people's thoughts. It's crazy. It's a great episode. I think, just if you want to look into it, just Google South Park episode about baby poop. Right? So we have all of these cells in our bodies, right? All of these living organisms that are living off of us, and we have to have a relationship with these things, like osmosis Jones, like I mentioned to you guys, and these things make up many systems in our body as well, and the flow of energy that is brought in. like certain emotions, like when you get that gut feeling, or you know what I'm saying, or when you get the butterflies, or when you get feelings like this, you got your auric field. Your auric field will look something like almost like this, right? This is a well-balanced auric field. This is influenced by the westernized chakra system. That's why you will see at the bottom, it's going from red to violet, right? But this is seeing somebody with an auric field like this. Wow, Jesus, is that you? You know what I'm saying? You got a well-balanced auric field, and you're holding that in your electromagnetic field. That's wild, right? So this is not a correct visual representation of what a auric field would appear like on a regular human being, right? Our auric fields are influenced by what we're going through, but over the auric field on top of our electromagnetic, on a torus field, this torus field right here can be attacked by artificial energies. Artificial energies kind of throw this torus field off. You know what I'm saying? The flow of energy is going like this, right? So the flow of energy is coming up, is coming, it's not just like this. It's like this all the way around, right? Because I'm just talking in the 2D, 3D for you. So it's all the way around. So all the way around, we have energy coming out and coming in from the bottom, coming out, coming in. And it's happening from within, from the smallest out to like this. You know what I'm saying? It's pulsating out, creating this field, appearing something like this, right? But you see this guy, little guy sitting, just imagine a person standing, and it's emanating starting from here, right? Creating, because it's all going into a vortex. It's going into the heart and the solar plexus. In between the heart and the solar plexus, we have what is called the mirror. We'll get into the mirror later, but it's why a lot of people can get stuck in the lower three chakras, and it's easier to just dump somebody in the lower three chakras using vibrations, using dead water and stuff like that, right? Images, etc., etc. So boom, we're going into it. We have this field that can be influenced by what extremely low frequencies, ELFs. ELFs affect our bodies. We are surrounded by ELFs, extremely low frequencies, extremely low magnetic frequencies. These extremely low magnetic frequencies come from our phone, come from the screen on our TV, from the light that we use. It comes from the Wi-Fi that we use, the microwave, the refrigerator. All these electric things have a field, and they are throwing artificial energy upon us. And then we are meeting up with people out there that have other artificial energies on their field. Remember, we're magnetic, so we are attracting some artificial energies that we don't want. So as a healer, as a practitioner, you have to know, okay, I've been out in the mud all day. So before I do work, I got to kind of clean off my energy. You have to see this, right? We have to be aware of this, because not only when we treat ourselves, we have to be able to start our clients off right by clearing off this artificial energy that's going to be residing on their torus field. But then when we talk about emotional stuff, right? Oh, the emotions, energy in motion, emotions, right? So this is supposed to be energy in motion, our emotions. All these energies in motion, where are they in motion? In our work field, that's about 6 inches, up to 6 inches off of our body. Our torus field can go, it can go out. You can magnify your torus field, baby. You electromagnetic, you can magnify that through breathing, through meditation, through work, right? But we're already dealing with the artificial energies, right? And all of this other stuff in life. And our torus field is also trying to keep together our what? Our energies in motion. The torus field is trying to hold all that together, right? So you'll see people that have a lot of red. You'll see people that have some gray, some black. You see some fog. You know, this balance. This is our goal. This is what we should strive through. Have a flow of energy, and the energy is allocated to where they're supposed to be. But sometimes people have red up here. because they're in flight or fight. They're going through stuff in their life. You know what I'm saying? They have red in the heart. Sometimes people are just a big old red bubble or black bubble, gray bubble, or just there's no color. You just see like, you know, and guys, can this only be done with our eyes? No, literally, there's places that you can go that you can get pictures taken of your aura. You can go. Google it. Where can I get a picture of my aura taken? Here in New York, we have places everywhere. It's like $25 for one picture. And you get a picture of your aura. Literally, you can go and get a picture of your aura. And when you look at these pictures,
Wow.
they don't look like this. Okay, they can look something like this. You see where you see the green and you see the red, you know? And then we got to think about the electromagnetic field. Where's their field? You know what I'm saying? This is what we're looking at. And look, I can say, look. God tells me, Eric, look. And God knows that I'm limited, right? Because we can look as hard as we want to look, but there's things that is happening that we cannot see. But these things have vibrations. And this right here, what I'm showing you right here, trying to get a larger picture. Okay, so you see this right here, what I'm showing you? This is a whole spectrum. Beginning to end to beginning, right? So within this whole spectrum of light, this is light that is present right now in our time and space. This is called the ultraviolet light, electromagnetic light spectrum. We have gamma rays, we have X-rays, we have ultraviolet, we have infrared, we have microwaves, and we have radio waves. All of these waves are light that we cannot see. This is the only light that we can see. This little slither between here, out of this whole thing, this is what we can see, ladies and gentlemen. This. So, yeah, okay, right, whatever. So, how can we see an X-ray? Oh, you have a broken bone? We have machines that show us that X-ray happens. This is happening, right? X-ray, being able to see through skin and things. Gamma rays. You ever heard about the Incredible Hulk? But that's not only limited to the Incredible Hulk. I'm just making a joke. Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet is over our crown chakra, right? So there are animals right now that exist that can see in ultraviolet. Butterflies, owls, cats. There's a whole list of animals that can see in ultraviolet. Let me look it up. Yeah, animals. Oh my God, 10 minutes left. Well, we're almost done with the lesson, but butterflies can see in UV. Reindeers are also able to see in UV. What do you think they're carrying Santa Claus around? Duh. I'm kidding. Some birds feed their young using ultraviolet. Some birds also use ultraviolet to find their mates and hunt. Bees can see in ultraviolet. The sockeye salmon, we're talking about in water, can see ultraviolet to find its food. Scorpions are highly visible in ultraviolet light, and cats and dogs may also be able to see ultraviolet as well.
Mm.
So it exists. There are living things that can see in ultraviolet. Why do you think our cats and our animals sometimes are looking at something that we're like, what are we looking at? What are we looking at there, buddy? You know, so also we can see infrared, we can see microwaves, and we can see radio waves. Radio wave frequencies are anything that sounds, that has sound. That's radio waves. But there are radio waves that we can't hear that are beyond our spectrum. There's a lot of sound. So when we talk about the spectrum of sound that we have, is you can look at the bar, it's like this, but it's half of this. We can't even hear half of the things that are going on. Plants are talking. Plants talk to each other all day long. They're talking, yapping away, but I can't hear that because it's beyond my spectrum of understanding. So we are limited beings, right? So, but we are able to do great things such as heal ourselves and take care of ourselves. Plants heal themselves. You think a plant out here going to a doctor when it's out in nature? Oh my God, the plant grows legs and goes to see the neighborhood shaman. No, it doesn't do that. It's connected to earth. It's connected to nature. So it does what it has to do to restore itself. And our bodies have the capabilities to restore, regenerate, heal themselves. All you have to do is give your body the environment to do so and know where the energy is coming from. Of course, you can go out there and there's people that practice different types of black magic and witchcraft and stuff like that. Yeah, you can go out there and consort with different spirits, but why not go to the source? And why not always rely on just the source, right? Because this is what you're going to be able to do, not to feed the ego, but you'll be able to do great things such as heal yourself and help others find the space and knowledge to heal themselves. Because at the end of the day, I could tell you everything that needs to be done to work on healing yourself. But if you don't apply it, if you don't do it, nothing's gonna happen, right? So at the end of the day, who's doing the work? You are. You are. This is all up to you to take time with yourself and understand yourself and greet yourself with love and kindness, right? And always stay connected to God. You're gonna encounter things that are going to try to bring you back to your old ways. Because why? We're comfortable being comfortable. And it don't matter how bad that comfort may be, if it's something that we know, we 9 out of 10 times, most of us will resort to being comfortable, even if it's hurting. So at the end of the day, we must be honest with ourselves and work on this healing process with the self first. Face the self. Waters. We started with the water, right? Yesterday we spoke about when God created the heaven and the earth. What was inside? Water. And he divided the water from the water. Just as when I get this water and I bless this water, and this water goes into my body, I'm dividing the water from the water to heal myself. So I'm thinking about what God did. God, put your light in this water. I'm not saying, oh, let me put my light in this water. My light ain't bright enough. I need God's light. God, put your light in my water. And God, I'm about to divide the waters as you did as they enter my body. So I don't know which one is heaven or earth, but if this is heaven, if I'm feeding heaven, let it be with your waters, God. You know what I'm saying? Intent, being in the moment. It's just a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You're communicating with your body and you're communicating with a living thing. This is alive. This is alive. So you are an electromagnetic being. These are the fields that surround us. And these fields can be distorted by grief, sadness, happiness, any emotion. So at the end of the day, you got to think of yourself as a river stream. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the river is full of fish. Sometimes there's stuff that has to be cleared out. Sometimes the tree branch falls and that stream works and works and works until that branch is out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do with energy. We have to allow energy to have the ability to flow. No matter how good happiness feels, we must have confidence and faith that we're going to be happy again. Okay? Because we try to hold on to this happiness and then it turns to sadness. Like, damn, where's the gratitude? You know what I'm saying? So allow the energies to flow. And the more that you look for the flow of energy, you're gonna be able to look at a person and be like, are you okay today? And just saying, are you okay to a person will help that stream push that rock out the way a little bit. And you ain't doing nothing, you know? How do you speak to your water? It's the same way that you speak to another person because another person's full of water. Oh, we going there, huh? We're going there. So how easy is it to heal? I'm just going to sit here and tell my client how beautiful and necessary and needed they are. Until you believe me. Repeat after me. You know what I'm saying? Say it to yourself. And that's where the healing stems. It starts from the self. And today was lesson 2 of what is Reiki. Reiki is just God and our connection to God and our ability to guide others to the source. So that's lesson 2. If you guys would like to come back, it's 1:11. So I'm just gonna end this recording real quick, and I'm gonna have both of these lessons up to date. I promise 100%. Nicole helped me out. We got to figure it out. So I don't know what my ego is hurt having to say that Nicole helped me out. That's why, like, relax, bro. I needed help. I said I need help. But no, we got it because it downloaded into my computer, but I couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was. So, but come right back, guys. I'm just gonna end this recording. Come right back, and we'll have the discussion. I appreciate you guys.